Why being successful is actively sabotaging the one thing that you desire most. Hey, successful women stay single longer. Here's why. Every woman I work with is in the top 5% of her field, but at the bottom 5% of her love life. And that's not coincidence. I'm Coach Cass. I help high achieving women over 40 stop attracting the wrong men and meet the one they actually want. And if you're someone who has spent your whole life achieving 2 degrees, maybe 3, PhD, a job title nobody can pronounce, a group of girlfriends just as accomplished as you already know what I'm about to say is true. You just haven't wanted to look at it. So here's the pattern that I see in almost every woman who books a call with me. The same mind that built her career is the same mind that's sabotaging her love life. And she cannot see it because she's rewarded for that in her mind her entire life. You know, the gold star, the A, the building, the business, the degrees, the patient success, the client success, all that stuff. That mind that got her into medical schools, that mind that passed the boards, the mind that runs her department, manages her teams, get the sales, handles the crisis at 2 a.m. when everyone else is panicking. That mind does not turn off when she sits down across from a man at dinner. You know it's true because you Google him before the first date, maybe his LinkedIn, maybe you dig a little deeper than that if we're being honest. You run him past your group chat before the second date, screenshot of his text. What's your thoughts? You're mentally drafting the pro and con list before the entree arrives. Listen, you know he used the wrong you or your in a text, and you're quietly taking 10 points off his score. Like, his grammar is off, sis. You're not on a date. You're conducting an interview, and he can feel it. It's heavy. It's really heavy. Here's what nobody has said to you because everyone in your life is too impressed by you to tell you this. Listen, if you've ever been called intimidating, listen up. You do not have an off switch. The drive that built your career is always running. It is always running. It's running in the OR. It's running on the boardroom. It's running in the client meetings. It's running when a good man, a stable, available, emotionally grown man, a real man is what I like to call him, is really trying to flirt with you, and your mind is already 3 steps ahead, pattern matching him to every man who has ever disappointed you, running the risk, like the risk model, filing his flaws in a spreadsheet. Sis, you think you're being careful, but you're not. You're being defended. You might as well run for office. You might as well become the next great prosecutor. Successful women stay single longer because successful women make intimacy too expensive. And I'm not talking about sex. Intimacy. Into me, you see. You have built a set of filters so sophisticated, so finely tuned by disappointment that almost no real human man can make it through. Just never mind. It's like you trying to have him run the Spartan race, plus go through a triathlon, plus swim with crocodiles in the Amazon in order to get to know you. Too short, too shy, too into his mom, too not into his mom, bad shoes, mentioned his ex, didn't mention his ex, laughed too loud, didn't laugh at your joke, too stoic. Girl, porridge hot, porridge cold, porridge 9 days old. Listen, every one of those filters was earned. Every one of them exists because a man somewhere hurt you. And I get it. Whether you've never been married, whether you're divorced, whether you're widowed, wherever you are in this thing, all of these filters are also keeping the good ones out. And I need to name this because nobody else will. For a successful woman, being alone is safer than being wrong about a man. Your brain is just trying to keep you safe. We have a whole neuroscience performance mindset coach in our coaching program. And one of the things he talks about all the time is how our mind seeks to keep us safe. So being alone is safer than being wrong about a man. You don't get hurt again. Getting it wrong in a relationship doesn't feel like a breakup to you. It feels like a failure of your judgment, of your discernment, your track record. You start to remember Being Mary Jane, that show, and you're like, dang, she made all the mistakes. I don't want to go through that. Been there, done that. And your track record is the thing your whole identity is built on. So you think you would rather be alone and then coupled with and risk being wrong. That's not love. That's ego dressed up as standards. Ooh, I'm not telling you to be less successful. I'm telling you your drive has a job. And that job is not to vet a good man out of your life before he gets a chance to show up in it. Your drive belongs
at work.
Your drive belongs in your business. Your drive belongs in the big decisions of your life. It does not belong in the first 90 days of a relationship or getting to know a man, a good man, Savannah. In that window, you need something else. You need softness. You need presence. You need to let a man be a full human in front of you before you score him. That is not something you could figure out from a book. That is not something you could think your way into. That is something you learn by being coached through it in real time with someone who is seeing your exact pattern and hundreds of other successful women. Let's be clear. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. If this hit home, if you're sitting here like, oh my goodness, I am the problem. I've been the problem for a while. Welcome. This is the first real sentence you've said to yourself in a while. Go to the show notes, click the link, book the call. We talk for 30 minutes. You tell me the truth, the whole truth. So help you God. And I tell you the truth. And we figure out whether my program is for where you actually are. I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to subscribe and like. Share with a girlfriend. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.